Good morning, dear hearts. We're on lesson 32. Please subscribe. I have invented the world I see. Now, I just want to go back to yesterday's lesson for a moment. I am not the victim of the world I see. I have invented the world I see. These two lessons just, flow one to the other, and they make perfect sense, especially when we use the titles in that way. Now, another lesson that we can pull into today's lesson was 15, that my thoughts are images that I have made. Everything, again, begins with a thought, and the thought that I have had is the cause of what I am seeing of this world that I have invented. The thought is the cause, the effect is the world that I see. I have thought the world I see into existence, but I've made it up. And the good news is, and there's always good news, is that if I made it, I can unmake it. I can change my mind about it. And that is the power and the strength in yesterday's idea and today. And remember, yesterday's idea was talking about it's our declaration of freedom, a declaration of independence. Well, here it is. I've made my declaration. I want to be free of the world I see because I've invented it. And it is not real. Today's lesson, the first paragraph, it's very important because it says, today we are continuing to develop the theme of cause and effect. This is not the first time in the workbook that we have had a lesson mentioning the idea of cause and effect. Cause and effect is a universal law. It works in the world that I've made up, but it is also true in heaven, in eternity. In the eternal, there is cause and effect. The cause of everything in heaven, in the eternal world, in the universe, is actually God. God is the cause, and the effect is us. We are the effects of God's thought and mind. So cause and effect work in as above, so below. They work in both. Going back to paragraph 1, you are not the victim of the world you see because you invented it, just what we just said. You can give it up as easily as you made it up, also what we said. You will see it or not see it as you wish. See it or see it not. Again, very Yoda here. Yoda was a very wise master. This is a course, this is a path, a spiritual path that is filled with wise saying, just as that little green guy. Wise saying, see it or see it not, as you wish, as you wish. While you want it, you will see it. And when you no longer want it, it will not be there for you to see. It is as easy as that, and yet, or let's say it's as simple as that, but it is not easy, which is how the Course has been described many, many times, that it's simple. The tenets, the basis of this Course is not complicated. It's not a complicated Course, but for us to instill it in our life, to change everything that is currently how we believe we are, who we are, then that's not easy. That's not easy to change an entire thought system. So for us to incorporate this in our life, it's not easy, even though the premises of this Course are not complicated. So today's practicing, just like yesterday's 2 longer practice periods. There's a plane outside if that's what you hear. I do. 2 longer practice periods again in the morning and the evening, 3 to 5 minutes, 3 at the minimal. And then of course during your day to look around and say that, I have invented the world I see, make that declaration again to anything that is bothering you. Today's lesson is stressing, okay? I'm not sure I like that word, but it is definitely wanting us to review both our inner and our outer worlds. Right now, we believe they're different. We will find out that they are indeed the same. So, looking around as the world you see outside yourself, and then close your eyes and review your inner world and repeat the idea that I have invented the world I see. I've invented every single thing that I am experiencing because it all came from my thought. My thoughts are the cause. The world I see are the effect. I can change the effect when I shift the cause, shift my thoughts. And that's it. And the final line in the lesson says that, apply the idea by telling yourself, for anything that's going on that is distressing on any level, I can only, I'm either at peace or I'm not. I have invented this situation as I see it. I've invented it. I've made it. I can unmake it. Lots of empowerment in that idea. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, and please pray. We pray for all. We pray for all. We pray for the healing of this world that we have invented. And we can do that. We can do that. And have a beautiful day. Namaste.